have a baby at 54 is very, very selfish. Very, very selfish. So after waiting for 21 good years, she decided to do IVF in Nigeria. Can you imagine? At the age of 54, she had triplets after waiting for 21 good years. Somebody comes underneath her video to comment that it is selfish to have a baby at the age of 54. And I'm like, do you understand that some women are fortunate enough to just have kids easily, okay? And with some women, it's a different story. I know of a lot of women that are struggling with infertility. You have no idea about a person's story. Women are going through a lot, or some women are going through a lot when it comes to not being able to have a child. If we are fortunate, let me put it that way, if other women are fortunate enough to have kids, it doesn't mean that it's the same way with other women. And sometimes it has nothing to do with any fault of theirs. That's just how life is for them. And behind the scene, you have no idea how they have to go to bed and soak their pillows at night crying. You have no idea the psychological torture that these women have to go through. That's why I said this blue app, okay? I know that sometimes I throw talks out like, okay, if you put your stuff out there, then okay, people are going to talk about it. There are times when you can watch something on people's pages. Okay, in as much as it might sound like you so pushy, you forced to like just say something negative. Sometimes just keep that thought to yourself. It's going to save you. It's going to save that person from like psychological thoughts, because you have no idea like what this woman went through. Like she said, she waited for 21 years, 21 good years. It's not a biscuit. And she's what, 54 right now? So you have no idea the torture, the torment that she went through for 21 good years before she decided to take this route. When I watched this video, okay, of her like explaining and talking about this and addressing that lady, I was like, I felt so sorry. Like I almost cried like just listening to her talk. Like our tongue, just because we have the keyboard in front of us and we feel like after watching people's lives, you feel like you can sit behind them and just say whatever. Let's just be careful. Like I say, in as much as I've had stuff that I've watched sometimes, okay, and I'll be like, you have to be able to hold yourself from saying certain things to people. You have to think about like the effect of what comes out of your mouth. Or when you sit right there typing, think about it like, okay, how is that going to bounce on this person? Let me tell you how, okay, nobody's life is perfect. I don't care however, what kind of life people want to put fancy life for you to see on social media. Okay? Even the people that are rich, influential, like all their lives are not perfect. You have no idea what they have to deal with behind the scene. Nobody's life is perfect. Then the sad part about it, those people, okay, check. When you go to people's pages, okay, check. Because sometimes I just take out the time, okay, I just be like, okay, this person just dropped some kind of negative comment. Then when I go to their pages, like, the things that I see, I'm just like, hey, man, people are miserable. So sometimes throwing comments like that, like negative comments like that, sometimes makes them feel good, you know. But no matter what the circumstances is, like this was just uncalled for. She's 54. Okay, if you look at those kids, the 3 kids, she's properly taking care of these kids. They look okay, they look healthy and everything. If at her age, okay, 54, she's able to run around and take care of like 3 kids. Something that us as young people cannot even do. You got people that will have their kids and abandon them. Huh? Some will even do that the same day those kids are born. Abandon them, leave them. Then this is somebody that has been seeking the fruit of the womb for 21 years. You have no idea if she had miscarriages, the torture that she had to go through. and at 54 she's able to have something that she feels happy about, joyful over, and she's doing what she has to do to take care of this kid. You didn't have to come blast it to her face, because it's like it brings back memory to this person. Like think about like how many years she's been struggling. Now she finally has what she's been praying for, and you want to sit and bash her like she's too old, like at 54 it's selfish to have kids. Like, let's be reasonable sometimes. Yeah, let's be reasonable. I know this blew up, okay, there's freedom of speech, like I always say, freedom of speech, okay, but be mindful of what you say to others, because you have no idea about their stories. Just because you see them online doesn't mean that's where their story started or starts, or that's where it ended, or that's where it's going to end. I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it real. Be careful, be mindful of what you say to people.